Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. Ben Bocquelet, the creator of the Amazing World of Gumball, has been making the rounds lately online as he's been doing some interviews in preparation for the premiere of the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball this coming Monday on Hulu. He recently sat down with Telltale TV to discuss a myriad of topics regarding the series, from the finale of the Amazing World of Gumball to this new series, the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball, the movie, and even if we'd ever get a complete series box set of the show. I wanted to touch on today some of these topics as he gave some really interesting answers, so without further ado, let's get into this. As I said before, he sat down with Telltale TV in an interview. I'll leave a link down in the description below if you want to watch the full interview, but one of the first questions he was asked is, why are you making the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball instead of making a reboot or a brand new project entirely? And Ben's answer was rather interesting, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he said something to the extent of that this was a part of a bigger commission of Gumball. There were a lot of different things we were making. We were working on a movie that got temporarily delayed. I covered this recently in another video, but Ben has stated before at the Annecy Film Festival for animation, he's saying it again in this interview, that the movie got temporarily delayed, meaning it's still happening. I touched on that at length in another video, so I'll leave a card up above to that. But the thing I find interesting here is he's saying this is part of a bigger commission of Gumball things we're making it seem like there's a lot going on behind the scenes right now with the Amazing World of Gumball. What I'm picturing here is kind of like with Adventure Time, what we're seeing there. We had Adventure Time, the original series, right? The finale of that show ended all the way back in, what was it, 2017 or 18. Then we get the announcement that Distant Lands is coming. That show premieres, and we have 4 specials within that series. Then Fiona and Kate gets greenlit. Then we have side quests getting greenlit. We have a movie coming. We have Heyo Bimo. I'm imagining something similar is happening right now behind the scenes with the Amazing World of Gumball, and the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball is one of the many things that they are currently working on in addition to this movie. Building off of that, Ben was asked, do you think the world is a simulation of something much more complex than Outside the Void? Apparently there's a bunch of dark fan theories on what's actually happening around the Amazing World of Gumball and what is this world, what is the void, and all of that. Ben responded, and I'm paraphrasing here, saying, I have my own theories and we're saving that for the movie. It will be answered, but it's not dark. There was another person in this interview named Eric who is the producer of this new series, The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball, and he said that this show is a continuation of The Amazing World of Gumball. The season finale of The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball picks up where season 6 left off. Continuing on that thought, Ben says later in the interview that narratively it's a slow drip that will pay off. So a few things here. First of all, it sounds like while the void is going to be touched on in this new show, in this new season, it sounds like they're still saving a bigger narrative and they're building up to something much bigger that is going to take place in this movie in whatever form or fashion it takes. Is it going to be a theatrical release? Is it going to be something that's on Cartoon Network, on HBO Max, on Hulu, some other medium in and of itself? Who knows? But it sounds like the void that was introduced at the end of season 6 is going to be something that's built up to as we progress throughout this first season of the show. That's something that I've said in prior videos that I was afraid of, because I just feel like we've waited 6 years to see what is the void, what is happening to this world. We want to see this cliffhanger resolved, and to kind of string us along, for lack of a better term, throughout the entirety of this first season. Then apparently the finale of the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball's first season is going to pick up where season 6 left off, meaning that the void situation might not be resolved entirely, and they're kind of building up towards something bigger in this movie. It's just a rather odd thing to be hearing, and again, this is all a little bit cryptic. We don't have all of the answers here. We're just kind of reading into statements that are kind of vague because obviously they don't want to give away what they're working on, what they're planning, but it seems like they're trying to build up to a big event within Gumball, within that world, and it sounds like that's not happening in this new show, which again is rather disappointing to be hearing, because I just feel like you can't have us wait 6 years, which I know it's not Ben's fault, I know it's not Eric's fault, I know it's no one who worked on this series' fault that we've had to wait 6 years. That's a Warner Brothers Discovery Cartoon Network problem, not a Ben Bocquelet and Eric problem. But still, it's just odd to me, and again, we haven't seen it yet. We'll see what this actually turns out to be once the show comes out on Monday, and I will have a first impressions video coming up sometime next week or the following week whenever I get a chance to watch the series. But it sounds like they're going to answer some questions about the void in this new show, but not everything. They're building up to something bigger, which is going to take place in this movie, which again, again, when is this movie coming? In what form is it going to be in? Is it going to be in theaters, on TV, on streaming? Who knows? But nevertheless, that's neither here nor there. Another question that was asked of Ben is, will there be more seasons of The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball after the movie comes out? And Ben is quoted as saying, it all depends on the audience response to this new season. I hope it's massive. I mean, I'm already writing new episodes for a potential season 8, but it's not greenlit just yet. So unsurprisingly so, Ben wants this new season of this new show to be a success. Obviously, he wants people to enjoy what they've been working on. Obviously, he wants it to get picked up again for yet another season. But what's interesting about this statement is apparently he's already writing new episodes for a potential season 8, which in turn would be in reality a season 2 of The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. And quick side note, a lot of people have referred to this new show as season 7 of Gumball, which internally that is what it is. Internally, it is essentially a continuation of the original show, but they're just marketing it as a new show, as a new entity. It's kind of like what they did with Steven Universe. For those of you that don't know, Steven Universe season 6 internally was Steven Universe Future. Internally, they referred to it as season 6, but publicly, when they marketed it as a brand new series. And this is the exact same thing that is happening here with Gumball. But yeah, he's already working on a second season of The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. I'd have to imagine it's going to get picked up. I'd be absolutely stunned if this is a one-hit wonder. I'd be shocked if we don't get another season. Gumball is absolutely massive for Cartoon Network. It's one of the big 4 series that came out of the 2010s for them, the others being Adventure Time, Regular Show, and Steven Universe. There's no shot, in my mind at least, that this doesn't get picked up for another season. Again, it's such a massive property for Cartoon Network, and it's a show that has consistently aired reruns for the past 6 years without even airing a new episode. This is a show that they hold in high regard. There is no way it's ending after The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball or ending after the movie. There will be more Gumball, whether it takes the form of a second season of The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball or it takes the form of another series. Who knows, but Gumball will not end here. Then the final question that I wanted to end this video off on is, Ben was asked, will there ever be a box set? And he is quoted as saying, I think the people who want it will have to clamor for it and launch a campaign or something. Go straight for the marketing team at Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers, and Hulu. I'm sure they can make it happen, you know. I'm surprised, honestly, as we sit here today, that we don't have a box set for The Amazing World of Gumball. Again, it's one of the big 4 series to come out of Cartoon Network in the 2010s. The other 3 that I mentioned before, in Adventure Time, Regular Show, and Steven Universe, all have complete series box sets on DVD. Adventure Time has had one for years, Regular Show just got one last year, and Steven Universe has had one for quite some time as well, and Steven Universe even includes Future in the movie as well. We can't really say the same for that Ben 10 box set, can we now? But nevertheless, I'm stunned that they haven't made a box set for Gumball already. I feel like it's inevitable. It's only a matter of time. But as Ben said here, if we want it, we have to be vocal about it, because as we all know, and we could take this away from the Ben 10 Complete Collection DVD box set debacle, if we're vocal enough about an issue or about something we want from Cartoon Network or from Warner Brothers Discovery, they will hear us. And if we are vocal enough and making enough noise, they will listen. So I think, like Ben said here, we have to be vocal about wanting a box set for The Amazing World of Gumball. And if they see that people are talking about it, if they see the fan base wants it, if we keep talking about it and talking about it and talking about it, it will get their attention and they will inevitably make it. But either way, I do think a box set is coming at some point. I mean, once again, this is one of the big 4 of Cartoon Network in the 2010s. I'm shocked it doesn't have a box set already. It's only a matter of time until it does get a box set, at least in my opinion. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all of this. What do you guys think about the topics I brought up here from this interview with Ben from Telltale TV? Once again, check out their full interview in the description below if you want to see more of what they asked. But I thought this was rather interesting that apparently The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball is building upon the Void narrative and building up to a much bigger event that's going to take place in this movie whenever it actually happens. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.